Look, people, wake up, see and observe what's happening around you, right? Well, thank you for watching again. This is Renan, and you're watching Stock It Wise. So, while it is April 1st today, and there's a slow melt right happening right now, and spring is just around the corner, but it's April Fools, and we've got the biggest April Fools joke today here in Canada. So this is from Huntsville Doppler, right? So you can check that out. And the headline news is right there. The cost of alcohol and what's that? Cost of alcohol, gasoline, and MPs' wages set to increase April 1st. So there you go. Like I'm gonna read it to you just in case you don't have time to read it. Canadian Taxpayers Federation is calling on the federal government to scrap its plan to increase the carbon tax, alcohol taxes, and member of parliament pay on April 1st. All the while they were taking the hard-earned money from us, and by increasing taxes, and yet they get pay rises equivalent to the commensurate to the increase in inflation rate, right? So how is that? Like, I'm gonna pay more on alcohol, on gasoline, and yet my pay doesn't increase by the same rate as the inflation, right? It's the biggest joke ever. While I was reading this, I almost fell off my comfortable sofa here, and I almost fracked out. Like I couldn't believe it. Like, you know, like I said on my earlier video yesterday, I have to uh, cut my time off from work so that we can go grocery shopping, and then fill up my vehicles and fill up my jerry cans and whatnot. So, and bought a couple of what's that? A couple of cases of beer and a bottle of whiskey, right? So the feds will make life more expensive with the April tax increases, says here by the federal director of the CTF. The federal carbon tax will increase to 14 cents per liter of gasoline and 12 cents per cubic meter of natural gas April 1st. So that is today, in effect, effective today. So while I'm using my heater now, I'm gonna pay more on natural gas, right? So it says here, first passed on the 2017 federal budget, the alcohol escalator tax, right? So escalator is like it's gonna go up slowly but surely, not like an elevator, right? So it says here, excise taxes on beer, wine, and spirits every year by the rate of inflation. Alcohol taxes will increase by 6.3% on April 1st, but I heard that they're gonna cut it down to 2% for now. But next year, I don't know what's gonna happen. It'll probably gonna increase by a lot more than 6.3% because they're gonna cut down to 2% because of all the things that are happening right now. So MPs, it says here, read that, okay? MPs also take pay raises each year April 1st. The CTF estimates this year's pay raise will range from an extra 5,100 for the backbench MP to an extra 10,200 for the Prime Minister. All the while, when other people are having a hard time living on these conditions, when inflation is just, if you believe the inflation rate that they are publishing on the newspaper, on mainstream media, 5.9%, then you go to the grocery store. Go to the grocery store and tell me why is the canola oil before the COVID crisis, it was just $5. Now it's $11 something, 11.50, right? Do you think that the inflation is just 5.9%? And do you really think that the inflation, they said that inflation numbers are cooling down. It only means that 5.9% is like you're traveling. So what was the inflation rate before? Like 8 almost 9%, right? So you're traveling at 90 kilometers an hour. So now it's slowed down to 5.9. It means 59 kilometers an hour. It doesn't mean that it already stopped. You stopped. You didn't stop, right? You just it's just gonna take you longer to get you to your destination than you originally planned. That is what it means. It's not that the inflation will, the prices will come down considerably. It will just take much longer to for the increase, the pace of increase. That's what it means. So people, wake up, and it's all because of the currency that we're using. It's not only in the US, although the US is the biggest counterparty risk, right? Because they are the world reserve currency. The US dollar is their reserve currency. So what do you think will happen? Do you have your pension ready when you retire? Do you think that the money is there? No, the people who's gonna be working during that time when you retire, like your kids or your grandkids, when they work, that's when they pay into the system, and then the system will give this to you. It's like a Ponzi scheme, a whole Ponzi scheme. It's not only in the U.S., it's all over the world. That's what's happening. Look at what's happening in France. Why they are revolting against this increase in the retirement age from 62 to 64, because it's not sustainable. Although the politicians will retire as they wish and they'll get their money, right? And that's how they steal from the the masses. The bottom 80% of the population are the ones working. It's a perpetual enslavement. So that's what it is. So wake up, people. Do you think that your retirement, even if it's there, let's say your retirement is there, yeah, you have it, yeah, it's only in your cell phone. You said 401k. Oh, here it is. Or my RSP or CPP. Here it is. It's only numbers. You know, it may not be there when the time when you needed it the most. And even if it's there, would it be enough considering the price increases that's happening right now? The 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 valuing of the currency. So once they print more of these currencies, it will just push the price higher. You know why? Because the purchasing power of the dollar or whatever currency you're holding right now is getting pushed down. That's what's happening. People are always looking at the glass half full instead of looking at the other way around when it's half empty, right? Because I had a conversation with a colleague at work, and he said, like, I've already explained this in my other video, that you know it's because of the he said partly because there's a supply constraint. There was a limited supply. No, no, it's not that. It's also, yeah, partly it's a supply problem, but it's also, look at it as the money or the currency that you're using to purchase the certain goods or services that you want is not as a whole. It's not whole. Although it says there $20, 20 pesos, or 20 yuan, or 20 whatever, it's like folded in half or a quarter, right? You only see that the amount is there. Yeah, it is fixed, but the value of it is probably a tenth or a 20th of what it was, right? So again, wake up, look around you, and see what's happening, right? Again, thank you so much for watching. See you again, and I hope you pay attention on what's going on around us, because this is not funny. This is not something to just sweep under the rug and forget about it, because it will affect you. What you do or don't do now will affect you 10, 20 years from down the road. And it might be too late before you realize it. So it's pay attention. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again on my next video.